Hi, this is Lisa DiBenedetto for the Internet Wedding Channel. We are actually here with Mary Beth of Capture Photography. She's an amazing photographer that we've actually worked with for Nightingale Events. And we just kind of want to come over and talk to you about your business. Yep. So we'd love to hear a little bit about what makes you different from the other photographers for our clients.
That's a great question. I think one of the things that makes us different is that it's an entire experience. From the moment we meet until the very end when we're choosing your pictures for your album, it's an experience that we enjoy together.
Awesome.
So it's talking to the bride and groom together, talking to the bride separately, then the groom. Then when we have the actual wedding, we finish it all off with a slideshow for the friends and family about 2 weeks after the wedding.
Cool.
And everyone gets to relive the moment.
That's
awesome. That's how the actual experience ends, with this huge slideshow, and everyone gets to see the pictures for the first time together.
That's awesome. I love that. I don't know many photographers that do offer that. So something different for brides to experience.
Yes.
And get to know you too and your style.
Yep.
As you can tell from her amazing booth, she's a lot of fun to work with. We've actually worked with Mary Beth last year for a wedding, and she's actually featured them, Katie and David, right over here. We had a lot of fun working together that
was
day.
A blast.
We did this amazing picture.
Which I think took about 8 people to pull that off in the end.
We did.
But we did it.
Such a blast, but it did take time to do. Now, have you found a lot of your clients are down by the shore, all over Connecticut, or all over New England?
They're all over New England, to be honest. In the past few years, I'm getting a lot of brides that are coming from out of New England, not from New England, and coming into New England for weddings.
Awesome.
So at this point, 35% of our brides and grooms are actually out-of-state brides and grooms.
That's amazing.
Who are having their destination wedding in Connecticut or Cape Cod or Boston.
Okay.
And that's really fun to have them come in and have a whole experience over the weekend, and all their friends and family can come in too.
That's really great. Now, when someone is out of state like that, how do you communicate with them? Do you do Skype?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So one, we'll definitely start with Skype, because I feel like over the phone you're missing some of that personal interaction. So we love to Skype. Secondly, they always make a trip at least once before they get here. They want to see the venue. They want to see how things are going to look. So I make sure that when they're here to see the venue, that we also get a chance to meet. Sit down, have a drink, get a cup of coffee, just so we get to meet face to face.
That's amazing. It gives them time to get to know you too.
Yeah.
Your style, I mean, they've already fallen in love with you as a photographer, so really getting to know what you can offer them for their day to make them feel comfortable.
Yes, and I want to make sure that they do feel comfortable, because that's going to shine through in their photos. I don't want to be a complete stranger to them. As long as we've met and we had a chance to bond before, they're going to feel comfortable with me. That way they can be themselves that day, and their photos will radiate that.
That's always important. Now, what is another tip for brides and grooms when they are looking for a photographer? What would you say is the most important things to ask or to know when looking for a photographer like yourself?
That's a great question. One, I think it's very similar to a lot of decisions that you make through the wedding process. If there's one person that stands out, or there's one venue that you always keep comparing it to, go with your gut. There's something that's telling you the reason that you want to go with them. Second of all, you want to make sure that you have a connection with them on a personal level. Like I said, it's important to feel comfortable. This is someone you're spending all day with in some of the most important moments of your life, so it's really important that you feel comfortable being yourself around them. And thirdly, I think it was somebody that you can just have fun with and relax, because if you are relaxed, then the pictures are going to show who you really are, instead of kind of being staged to do the things that you wouldn't normally do.
Yeah.
If you can be relaxed and have fun with that person, it's going to make it all the better for the experience and real authentic photos.
And that's what's so important. You're spending all this money on photos. You really want to enjoy it. And like you said, doing a slideshow, going back to that time is so important.
And one of the things that we've really done differently this year is, once we've seen that slideshow, brides, grooms, and their parents are picking out albums from the beautiful photos that they're seeing, because I love the idea that they have something tangible in their hands. Digital files, they end up on a computer and they sit there in a digital graveyard.
Yes.
We love to give people wall art, albums, something they can see every single day to remind themselves of the best day of their life.
And do you offer different albums to fit different styles?
Absolutely. Actually, we talk about what your home is like. So if you have an old colonial, you might really love canvas. If you have a more modern home or industrial look with brick, you might want a metal, something like that. So we're going to talk them through the whole process to make sure that the design fits both their personality and their home design as well.
That's wonderful. I think that's so important to really connect with a client, like you've been saying right along, and having that information is important.
Yeah, no two couples are the same. So whether it's their personalities, their style, or where they're getting married. Everybody kind of deserves that unique experience. So we really strive to provide that.
And what would you say is important? How far out in advance should someone contact you? I'm sure you book up very quickly.
We do book up very quickly. I would say 9 to 12 months is pretty safe.
Okay.
Anything less than 9 months would be cutting it close.
Okay.
I always tell brides the longer you have, the better, because you don't have to rush around to get that vendor that you really, she wasn't available, so we had to get someone else. So if you have the time, start early, stress less, get the people you really want.
I love that. That's a really great term. Really go ahead and find your vendors in advance so that way you can enjoy the process of like getting married.
Yes, and I tell people you're only engaged once, just like you have a wedding day once. Take the time to be engaged and have fun with it.
Absolutely.
Don't rush through it.
I know, you only get it once, ladies.
Yep.
Unless you're a crazy wedding planner and you have 2 weddings. It does happen. Don't recommend it, but you can do it.
But it was awesome.
But now, one last question for you, Mary Beth. What do you think people should know most about pricing? What's a good starting point for brides to understand that photos, they're not cheap. It's the very important part of your day, just like the venue.
Yes.
What would you say is a starting point brides should expect to see when they're looking at a photographer like yourself?
So I always tell people that the investment in photography is so much more than just the photos that day. This is what lasts after the day's over. The flowers have died, the dress isn't worn again, the food is gone. All those things are wonderful the day of, but the only thing you're left with afterwards is these photos.
Absolutely.
So the investment comes with the experience, and so I think it's very cliche, but it's very true. You get what you pay for.
Absolutely.
It's one place that I wouldn't move I would move other parts of the budget, the wedding budget, to spend the right amount of money on wedding photography that you feel comfortable with, so that you can relax that day and know that wedding photography is taken care of.
Absolutely.
You have great photographers. They have backup cameras, backup lenses, insurance, all the things that a professional would have.
Absolutely.
So if you can take that worry away and enjoy more of your day, I think it's worth all the money in the world.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I always tell clients it's so important between the venue and photography. Spend your money there. And your makeup and your hair.
Yes.
I'm sure you agree with me on that.
100%.
Do not do your own hair and makeup.
The difference, I have a lot of brides that don't wear makeup, so well, I don't need that. In your photos, you want to just pop a little bit more than on a normal day, and that's what any talented makeup artist or hair artist would do, and it's essential.
Absolutely. It's really important to, when you talk to a photographer, ask questions. If you're not used to wearing makeup, or you're not sure about what you're looking for your wedding, she can help you. She can help you figure out what's going to be best for you for your wedding day.
I mean, I always tell people, remember, we do this all the time.
Absolutely.
They do this once, so don't be afraid to ask questions. We have the answers.
Absolutely. And you'll be able to find out more answers on the Internet Wedding Channel with me, Lisa DiBenedetto. We're so thankful for Mary Beth for taking a moment out of her time. And we look forward to tuning back in for the next show. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Bye.